Ladies and gentlemen, today I want to speak about a subject that many of us might overlook, but is central to our well-being and success in life: a man with no friends. You see, in life we are often told that we need to be independent, self-sufficient, and capable of standing alone. But there is a deep truth we must understand: no man was ever meant to walk alone. A person without true friends, without genuine connections, faces more than just loneliness. They face a deeper isolation of the spirit, a disconnection from the very essence of humanity. Let's first talk about the importance of true friendship in life. A true friend is not just someone who laughs with you at a joke or shares in your moments of success. A true friend is someone who sees your potential before you even realize it. A true friend is someone who challenges you to grow, who speaks the truth in love, even when it's hard to hear. A true friend is the one who supports you when you fall and celebrates with you when you rise. These relationships are priceless because they shape you, they mold you, and they encourage you to become the person you were meant to be. A man with no friends is a man without this vital source of support, direction, and transformation. Now let us consider the isolation of a man without friends. While it may seem appealing to some, the reality of being alone in the world is a heavy burden. There is an emotional weight that comes with loneliness, an invisible force that presses on your chest and clouds your mind. You begin to believe the lie that you can thrive without anyone by your side. But this belief only leads to isolation, a dangerous place where pride and self-sufficiency can creep in, making you forget that we were never created to live in isolation. We were created for community. A man who lives without friends lives in a world where his growth is stunted, his strength is diluted, and his joy is incomplete. No matter how strong a man is, without the support of others, he cannot reach his full potential. But I want to encourage you today, because there is power in building meaningful relationships. True friendships are not built by chance. They are cultivated over time through trust, mutual respect, and commitment. When we understand that the foundation of any great relationship is not merely shared interest, but a shared journey, we begin to realize how powerful these bonds can be. Relationships rooted in trust create a network of support that not only helps you in times of struggle, but also strengthens your character and builds your resilience. The power of having someone who knows your heart, understands your dreams, and challenges you to be better cannot be underestimated. But it requires effort to open up, to invest in others, and to build a network of relationships that will stand the test of time. Finally, I want to speak on the transformation that comes through connection. A man with no friends is a man who misses out on the opportunity for growth that comes from deep, meaningful relationships. When you have people who stand with you, people who hold you accountable and encourage you, you begin to change in ways you never thought possible. They help you see your blind spots, they point you in the direction of your greatness, and they help you through your weaknesses. Friendship is not about being perfect, but about being real with one another. It's about creating an environment where vulnerability can thrive, where you can share your hopes, your failures, and your dreams without fear of judgment. True friends bring out the best in you, and through them you are transformed. A man without friends will never experience the full extent of this transformation because he has no one to walk with him through the challenges and triumphs of life. So I challenge you today, if you find yourself without deep, meaningful connections in your life, understand that it's never too late to build them. It starts with being open, being willing to trust, and being vulnerable. You do not have to go through life alone. True friendships are a blessing, and they will elevate you, support you, and transform you. They are the key to your success, the foundation of your strength, and the fuel that will carry you toward your destiny. As you move forward, remember this: a man with no friends is not a man who is truly independent. He is a man who is missing the richness of life that only true relationships can bring. Build your relationships, nurture your connections, and watch how they shape you into the person you are destined to be. Never forget, no matter how strong or capable you are, you were never meant to walk alone. True friendship is one of the most powerful forces in life. It is more than just a bond between two individuals. It is a connection that transcends time, circumstances, and even hardships. Friendship is not simply about shared experiences or good times. It's about growth, accountability, and the kind of support that builds your life from the inside out. A true friend is not just someone you laugh with, someone who is there when things are easy. A true friend is someone who stands with you when life is tough, someone who challenges you to be better, to rise higher, and to never settle for less than your potential. In the journey of life, we often encounter obstacles and moments of doubt. It is during these times that the value of true friendship becomes undeniable. A genuine friend will remind you of who you are when you forget. And they will hold up a mirror so you can see the greatness within you that you might otherwise overlook. True friendship is built on trust and mutual respect. And it is in this space that we find the strength to face challenges head on. When life knocks you down, a true friend is the one who will lift you up and remind you that failure is not the end, but merely a lesson on the path to success. They won't let you stay stuck in your mistakes. They will encourage you to grow, to move forward, and to become stronger from the experience. But true friendship also works in the other direction. Just as you lean on your friends in times of need, you must also be willing to offer that same unwavering support when they need it most. Friendship is a partnership, a two-way street, where you both invest in each other's growth and well-being. It is in these moments of mutual support that we experience the fullness of life. It is in these relationships where we find the courage to take risks, to pursue dreams that seem impossible, and to overcome the fears that hold us back. True friends are the ones who help you believe in yourself when you can't believe in your own abilities. And they challenge you to step outside your comfort zone to reach for the stars. The importance of true friendship lies in the way it shapes and transforms us. A true friend is a mirror, reflecting back to you the qualities you may not see in yourself, your strengths, your brilliance, and your potential. But more than that, they hold you accountable to the person you are meant to become. They speak the truth in love, even when it is uncomfortable, because they care about your growth more than about preserving your feelings. True friends don't flatter you just to make you feel good. They challenge you to grow, to evolve, and to become the best version of yourself. In life, we often seek success, wealth, and material things, but none of these can compare to the value of a true friend. No amount of money or status can fill the void of loneliness that many people experience. It is in relationships, in these deep, meaningful connections, that we find true wealth. And while you may be able to achieve success on your own, it is friendship that makes that success truly fulfilling. When you achieve great things, it is your friends who celebrate with you. When you face struggles, it is your friends who help you bear the burden. And when you experience moments of doubt, it is your friends who will be the ones to remind you of your worth and your potential. In this world, there will always be people who come and go, but true friends are the ones who stand the test of time. They are the ones who will walk with you through every season of life, supporting you through the highs and helping you navigate the lows. The importance of true friendship lies in its ability to anchor you, to provide a foundation of trust, loyalty, and unconditional love that helps you weather the storms of life. It is this kind of friendship that builds your life, shapes your character, and drives you toward your purpose. And when you find those friends, you will discover that your life is richer, fuller, and more meaningful than you ever imagined. True friendship is a gift, a blessing, And it is the key to living a life of significance, joy, and fulfillment. Imagine standing in the middle of a vast and empty desert, the sun beating down relentlessly and not a soul in sight. You are surrounded by nothing but the wind, the sand, and your own thoughts. That is the isolation a man feels when he has no friends. It's a deep and suffocating loneliness that no amount of material wealth, professional success, or self-sufficiency can fill. This isolation isn't just physical, it's emotional, mental, and spiritual. It's the quiet voice inside that whispers, no one truly understands you. When a man has no friends, he carries more than just the weight of solitude. He carries the burden of disconnection. You see, human beings were created for relationship. We are designed to connect, to share, to build one another up. The absence of that connection creates a void, a hollow space in the soul that no external success or achievement can ever truly satisfy. A man without friends is not only isolated from others, but he is also disconnected from his true self. He may put on a brave face, stand tall, and project strength, but inside he feels the deep ache of being unseen, unheard, and unimportant. This isolation breeds doubt. When no one is there to validate your thoughts, your feelings, your dreams, you start to question your worth. Without someone to hold up a mirror, to reflect your greatness and remind you of your potential, it becomes easier to lose sight of your purpose. In a world where everyone seems to be connected, where social media presents an illusion of constant engagement, the pain of real isolation grows even more profound. You may be surrounded by people, but if there's no real connection, no true friendship, it only amplifies the feeling of being invisible. A man without friends is also a man without accountability. The very thing that helps a person grow, being held to a higher standard, having someone to challenge them, becomes non-existent. In the absence of true relationships, it's easy to fall into habits of complacency, to settle for mediocrity because there is no one there to push you to be better. You become your own echo chamber, your own source of advice and affirmation. But that is not enough. No one person is capable of seeing all their blind spots. No one can fully grasp the depth of their own potential without the insight and wisdom of others. And then there's the sense of emotional hunger. Every human being craves connection, the need to be loved, to be accepted, to know that someone sees you for who you truly are. A man who lacks friends lives with an aching hunger that no achievement can fill. You might try to mask it with work, with distractions, with accomplishments, but underneath that hunger remains gnawing at your spirit. Without real friendship, a man is never able to experience the full depth of joy that comes from shared laughter, from shared tears, from the genuine bond that only true friends can provide. That kind of bond nurtures your soul, makes you feel alive, seen, and heard in ways that nothing else can. In the isolation of being friendless, a man may begin to question his value. He might look at others and wonder why they have the relationships, the connections, and the love that seem to elude him. He may begin to believe the lie that he is not worthy of true connection, that he doesn't deserve friendship, or that he is destined to remain alone. But this belief is toxic because it traps him in a cycle of self-doubt and hopelessness. He cannot see that the very thing he longs for, genuine, deep, and meaningful friendships, is waiting for him, but it requires him to first open his heart, to let go of pride, and to make the effort to connect with others. We need to realize that isolation doesn't just affect a man's emotional well-being, it impacts his growth, his strength, and his ability to navigate the challenges of life. Life was never meant to be faced alone. God did not create man to be solitary. He created us for community, for connection, for relationships that build us up. When you are isolated, you are cut off from the strength, the perspective, and the encouragement that others can bring. You may survive in isolation, but you cannot thrive. You cannot reach your full potential alone. In a world that encourages individualism, the reality is that no man, no matter how powerful, successful, or independent, can ever fully fulfill his purpose in isolation. We were created to share in one another's journey, to grow together, to encourage each other, to push one another forward. A man with no friends is a man who is missing out on the richness of life that only connection can bring. He is missing the chance to grow, to be challenged, and to discover the greatness that lies within him through the eyes and support of others. Isolation robs him of the very essence of what it means to be truly alive. It is a state of existence that stifles growth, denies joy, and disconnects him from the very people who could help him fulfill his destiny. So let us remember this truth: we were not meant to walk this journey alone. We are called to connect, to build relationships, and to cultivate friendships that will nourish our soul and propel us to greatness. A man without friends is not living his full life, he is simply existing. It's time to break free from the chains of isolation and open your heart to the life-changing power of genuine friendship. There is something truly transformative about the power of building meaningful relationships, something that is often overlooked in a world that sometimes values surface-level connections over depth and substance. Many people chase after the superficial, looking for short-term satisfaction in numbers, in likes, or in fleeting interactions. But the reality is that meaningful relationships are the bedrock upon which greatness is built. These relationships are not built on convenience or what someone can offer in a single moment. They are built on trust, shared values, and mutual respect. When you invest time and energy into cultivating genuine relationships, you're building a network of support, strength, and wisdom. Each meaningful connection you make is like a thread woven into the fabric of your life, creating a tapestry that's stronger and richer than anything you could have achieved alone. Think about the people in your life who have truly shaped who you are. It wasn't the people who passed through for a moment, but the ones who stuck around through the tough times, the victories, the challenges, and the quiet moments. These relationships become the bedrock upon which you stand, providing a sense of security, purpose, and direction. Meaningful relationships give you the power to dream bigger. They push you beyond your comfort zone, encouraging you to reach for more than you thought possible. When you are surrounded by people who believe in you, who see your potential, who challenge you when you fall short and celebrate your victories with you, you can't help but elevate. They don't just cheer you on, they bring out the best in you because they hold up a mirror and reflect your true potential back at you. With each word of encouragement, every piece of advice, and every shared experience, they are nurturing the greatness that is within you. The value of these relationships extends beyond personal growth. In a world that often feels disconnected, the gift of authentic human connection is irreplaceable. True relationships are the lifeblood of a community, and as you build and nurture them, you become a source of strength for others as well. The bonds you form through trust and vulnerability allow you to offer support and receive it, creating a sense of unity that transcends individual struggle. This sense of connection goes beyond friendship. It becomes a network of support that enables everyone involved to rise, to thrive, and to grow in ways they might never have imagined. But let's not forget that meaningful relationships require effort, and they aren't always easy. To build these kinds of connections, you must first be willing to open yourself up, to be vulnerable, to trust others with your truth. This requires courage. It requires the willingness to let down your guard and allow people to see you flaws, weaknesses, and all. It requires consistency and dedication, showing up for others and being there in times of need, not just when it's convenient. It requires empathy, understanding, and patience as you navigate the complexities of human connection. Building these relationships isn't a quick fix, it's a lifelong process. But the rewards far outweigh the challenges. When you build relationships rooted in authenticity and trust, they transform you in ways you cannot measure. They challenge your assumptions, broaden your perspective, and equip you with the tools you need to face the trials of life. They teach you about yourself, your capacity for love, your ability to forgive, your strength to endure. These relationships don't just help you succeed in business, in ministry, or in any other aspect of life. They help you become the best version of yourself. So ask yourself, are you investing in relationships that will elevate you? Are you building bonds that will challenge and support you, not just today, but for years to come? Are you surrounding yourself with people who will see your dreams and help you push through the obstacles that stand in your way? Because when you start to cultivate meaningful relationships, you will find that life becomes richer, more fulfilling, and full of purpose. You will realize that everything you've been seeking, everything you've been striving for is already present in the relationships you build with others. And as you invest in these relationships, you'll begin to understand just how much power there is in the connections you create. Transformation through connection is one of the most powerful forces a person can experience. When you connect with others, especially on a deep and authentic level, something changes inside of you. It's as if the very fabric of your soul begins to shift. We often hear about personal growth and success, but we rarely talk about the role that connection plays in that growth. The truth is, we are not meant to journey through life alone. We are designed to be in relationship with others, to grow with others, and to evolve through those connections. When we connect with people who challenge us, who inspire us, or even who confront us, we open ourselves up to experiences that force us to look at the areas of our lives where we are weak, where we are broken, or where we are stuck. Through those relationships, we learn more about ourselves than we ever could on our own. There is a beauty in the process of giving and receiving, of supporting and being supported. You cannot truly grow without connection, because it is in those bonds, those interactions, that the transformation begins to take root. When you allow yourself to be in relationship with others, you create an environment that fosters growth. The connections you make give you the tools, the insight, and the perspective needed to face the trials of life with resilience. These connections serve as mirrors, reflecting your strengths and your shortcomings. They challenge you to rise above your limitations and to tap into something greater than yourself. They help you realize that you are not just a solitary individual struggling against the odds, but part of a larger community, a larger body, all moving toward the same goal of fulfillment, success, and purpose. In connection, you find the courage to step outside of your comfort zone, to embrace the challenges that will ultimately shape you into the person you were always meant to become. But transformation through connection isn't just about receiving. It's also about giving. When you invest in others, when you offer your support, your encouragement, and your wisdom, you begin to realize that the very act of giving is a catalyst for your own transformation. By being there for others, you learn patience, you learn humility, you learn what it means to truly serve. You begin to see that transformation is not a solitary pursuit. It is something that requires us to pour into others as much as we allow others to pour into us. The more you connect with others, the more you help them reach their potential, the more you yourself will rise. Through connection, you discover that you are not bound by your past, your limitations, or your mistakes. Every meaningful connection is an opportunity for rebirth, for a fresh start, for a chance to rewrite your story. You learn to let go of old patterns, old beliefs, and old habits that no longer serve you. Connection allows you to look forward with optimism, knowing that the people you meet, the relationships you nurture, and the wisdom you gain will carry you to places you never thought possible. True transformation does not happen in isolation. It happens in the exchange of ideas, in the sharing of experiences, in the breaking down of walls that separate us. It is through the stories, struggles, and successes of others that we gain the strength to face our own challenges. It is through connection that we unlock new potential, new insights, and new strengths within ourselves. we begin to realize that our lives are not merely a series of individual actions, but part of a grander design, a greater purpose, one that is only fully realized when we come together. So embrace the power of connection. Seek out those relationships that challenge you, that make you uncomfortable, and that help you grow. Open yourself up to the possibility that transformation comes not from what you achieve alone, but from the bonds you form with others. And know this transformation through connection is a lifelong journey. It's not about one breakthrough moment or one great conversation. It's about a continuous process of learning, evolving, and supporting one another. When you connect, you don't just transform yourself, you transform the world around you. Transformation through connection is not just a concept, it's a way of life. It's a reminder that we are all part of something greater than ourselves. When we open ourselves to others, when we allow ourselves to grow with and through them, we unlock the power to transcend our limitations and become the fullest version of who we were always meant to be. It's in those moments of connection, when we lift each other up, challenge each other, and walk beside each other, that true transformation takes place. So let us embrace the power of connection, knowing that through these relationships, we don't just change, we evolve into the people who can make a profound impact on the world around us. When we connect, we don't just change our own lives, we change our own lives, we change the lives of everyone we touch. And that, my friends, is the true essence of transformation.